It was a winter morning in Lahore, the kind where the mist lingers like memory, and the city wakes as though rising from a dream. Tea stalls breathed curls of steam into the pale air, rickshaw horns murmured through the fog, and schoolchildren hurried past with flushed cheeks and swinging satchels. On a narrow street, a small clinic hummed softly, its walls carrying both the tremor of fear and the pulse of hope. Inside, Hamza and Aisha sat close together, their fingers intertwined, their hearts beating in quiet unison. 2 years of longing had brought them to this sacred moment, their first ultrasound. Aisha's eyes glistened with anxious joy as the doctor turned the glowing screen toward them. A faint flicker appeared, steady, fragile, alive. "Congratulations," the doctor said softly, "you are expecting." Hamza held Aisha's trembling hand, his voice breaking with, "Or do you realize, Aisha? There's a soul inside you now, and Allah has already written its story. Whether boy or girl, rich or poor, even the hour it will return to him, all is decreed." Aisha smiled through her tears, her voice barely a whisper. "Yes. The hadith says the angel asks, 'O Lord, male or female, wretched or blessed?' And it is all written." The months that followed were woven with both hope and hardship. Hamza toiled at a small shop, his hands worn by labor, his earnings barely enough to fill their humble table. Hamza placed his weary hand on her stomach and said gently, "The Prophet said a child's provision is written while still in the womb." As though destiny itself had listened, a new path opened. Hamza received an unexpected job at a distribution company. Slowly, their home filled with comfort and laughter. And when the child was born, a girl they named Mariam, joy spilled through their hearts like sunlight through morning mist. But life, like a river, bends without warning. At 2 years old, Mariam fell gravely ill. Aisha held her fragile child, her tears mingling with whispered prayers. Hamza, weary yet steadfast, said, "Even her time of death was written before her first breath. We cannot change the decree, only plead for mercy." By Allah's grace, Mariam recovered. Years later, bright-eyed Mariam asked, "Mama, what will I be when I grow up?" Aisha kissed her forehead tenderly. "My daughter, Allah wrote your rizq, your life, your death, your path, but your heart must still choose faith, truth, and kindness." And Mariam carried that truth within her, that every joy and sorrow, every storm and blossom was a verse in the divine story, written before her first cry touched this world.